Blake Shelton, good stuff. It's God's Country on Better Country 101.7 The Bull. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning as we are into the 9 o'clock hour here in what some people may call God's Country right here in the heart of the Midwest. I consider it God's country, and we're right here in the Midwest, not a lot going on, which is totally fine there. I shouldn't say not a lot going on because, man, you look at our community calendar, it's full of things over the next couple of months. I talk about that each and every day during our community calendar highlight there, but right down at the bottom of the community calendar right now, because this is coming up in September, but it's worth mentioning now because we've got some special guests here to talk a little bit about that right now. Diana and Barb are in talking about the harvest gathering that's going to be taking place in Mediapolis here in September. So let's talk a little bit about that first. Guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by. How are you guys doing this morning?
Doing well.
Well, good. It's good to have you guys with us here today. And again, talking about this really cool event. I believe it's the first of its kind here for you guys up there in Mediapolis. And let's talk a little bit about just kind of what this event kind of entails. A little farm to table kind of dinner style here. Let's talk a little bit about that here this morning.
Sure. On September 20th, we are hosting an authentic farm-to-fork dinner, a locally sourced 5-course meal, and it will be under the lights on beautiful Main Street in Mediapolis, Iowa.
All right, so that is coming up on September 20th, and like you said, a little farm to fork. It just comes right from the farmers and goes right to right to your plates right there. And Diana knows a little bit more about the menu and what is actually going to be served. So what can folks expect then when they go to this kind of event here?
Yeah, so we've got a 5-course meal, like Barb mentioned. They're going to start out with a charcuterie cup where they're able to see different relics and photos from the 150 years that Mediapolis has been in existence. And then as they go to the table, we'll have a squash soup, which they got to taste test the other day. We've got a harvest apple salad.
Okay.
And then our main course is a roasted pork loin with rosemary au jus. And then ending with an apple tart.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that sounds like one heck of a meal right there. And it all comes, like you said, from locally sourced farmers, people right here in Southeast Iowa.
Yes.
And
yes.
that I think is so cool there. And it just so happens to coincide with something pretty big that's going on in Mediapolis that weekend, right?
Yes, this fall we're celebrating our 150th sesquicentennial celebration.
And
kudos to you. I would have never gotten that right.
This coincides with Mediapolis in 150 years.
150 years, Mediapolis has been doing things there. So good people up there at Mediapolis, one of our favorite places to go. So ticket information, first off, how much it costs for somebody, and I know you've got limited availability here, so where can folks get those tickets as well?
Definite limited availability, and we are selling tickets at $100 each. I would start at D&E's website or the Bulls event calendar for September 20th.
That's right. We do have this event on our community calendar. It's right there. You got to scroll through some stuff, but you'll find it there. September 20th, we got the link, and there is a Facebook event, so you can check it out on Facebook as well. But I believe we've got the link there on our community calendar, 1017thebull.com. Click on events, and plenty of entertainment for the folks there throughout the night as well.
Yes, live music. We have Matt and Emma lined up to give us some background music, and actually quite a few photo opportunities, a lot of locally sourced flowers and pumpkins, and a beautiful display.
Beautiful display, beautiful food put together by the folks there at D&E Grill. We're talking with Diana and Barb, talking about the harvest gathering coming from the farm to the dinner table there on September 20th. Guys, anything else you want to add here before we let you go? Something we may have missed?
Well, we do have, you can't forget about the drinks.
Yes.
So we've come up with a drink package, so you can get a drink for each course that I've matched up with each course. Otherwise, you can get your drinks a la carte. Obviously, beer and wine and other alcohol is available, as well as tea and water.
How can I forget about the drinks? I mean, what am I doing here? I tell you, it's been one of those mornings here, but you can't forget about the drinks here. Diana and Barb joining us here. The Harvest Gathering going on September 20th from 5 until 9, right there on the heart of Main Street there in Mediapolis. You can check it out. Again, we got the details on the community calendar at 1017thebulls.com. Just click on events. Guys, we appreciate you stopping by, chatting with us here this morning, and we look forward to this great event as part of the the great events that are going to be happening as Mediapolis celebrating 150 years. So it's going to be a big weekend there for Mediapolis. So thanks for stopping by and kind of filling us in there a little bit here this morning.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you guys coming in here as always. Anytime I talk about food, man, you know my thoughts on food. If anybody wants to talk about food, you got you get right to the front of the line. It feels like right here on the morning show. Here's Luke Bryan, Better Country on 101.7 The Bull.